Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anil, and in this Vue.js video tutorial we will learn about the props, what they are, how we can use them, everything. So let's start with the points of the video. These are the 5 points of this video. First of all, we will see what is the props, then we will make a component. We have to define, pass and access the props. So we will use props as a string, as a variable, as an array, everything. All right, so now the question is, what is the props? So as in a simple function, we can just pass some parameters. So with a similar way, we can also pass the properties inside a component also. All right, so let's say you have the two component, one is child and one in the parent, and from the parent you just want to share some data to a child. Then how you can send? So you will share this data via props. How? Now let's start this video. So first of all, we have a one component with the name of app. There is a no included component, so I am just going to make a new component here with the name of child.view. all right, so let's define it a template div, and we can just write here h1 and just write here child component. All right, now let's define the script also. Just write here script, and here we can put the name can be child. Perfect. Now in the app, let's import it. Import child from components and child. Now register this component inside the components property, and now let's use it inside the template like this. And what we are seeing that the child component is here. All right, so we are successfully imported it. Now let's define a props. All right, so I am just going to passing a name like Anil Sidhu. All right, so we already defined here a props and passed here as a name. So now how we can access this here? So to access here, we have to do the two things. One is, first of all, we have to define the property props, and it will just kind of array, and here just we can write here name. Why I put here name? Because in the app component, or you can say that the parent component, I name as an prop. All right, so now if I am just going to make here h3 like name, now you can see that we got the name here. All right, so this is the simplest way to pass the props. So this is, here you can say this is basically a string. So let's say I have some property, so and how I can pass it. So let's define a data function here, and in the data just return some properties. And let's say I have a name which we call Anil Sidhu. All right, so now if I am just going to put here simply name, then what it will going to, it will just pass the name here. Okay, so I can just remove the quotes, right? But still name, yes. So to pass the property or variable, we have to just use here -v bind and colon like this. All right, now you can see that the data is passed here. So this is a simple data. So can we pass the any array and object like something rich data? Yes, we can also pass here. So I am just going to define here users as an array, and let's take some name like Anil, as well as email address can be like anil@s.com. right, after that let's make some copy of it like Sam, Peter, Bruce, Sam @Peter and then Bruce @. all right, so now let's pass this data here. But now what actually we are seeing there, this data is showing as a string, so it's actually not perfectly workable. So how can I change it? So first thing is that I just want to change the name of user here, because name is not going to suit this array. All right, so now let's change it users as well as here also. So now what we are getting the same thing. That's okay, but we have to just show a list here. So for that we can just simply use you can say that a v4. All right, so basically v4 is we can say that template engine property that help us to take the data iteratable, make the data iteratable. I already make a video on it, but still I will just going to explain the for loop again in this video. So for that we can just take here users as user. All right, and they should be in quotes actually, and now we have to define the key for this also. All right, so let's just define a key, and this key can be like name, that's my bad, actually I have to use here equal to user dot name or user dot email id, whatever you just want to define. All right, perfect. So now let's define here curly braces. Actually I just have to use here in. All right, that's my bad. So that's why we have to use here user inside users. All right, so now we can define here user dot name like this. Right, so why this is showing me error? Let me check. Yeah, I think I have to use here quotes. Now let's see. Now you can see that we got the data in as a listing here. All right, so this is the way that how we can use the props in the Vue.js, how we can use props as a string, as a normal property, as an array. So if you still have any kind of confusion, you can ask me in the comment box. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and like this video. Bye bye, take care.